Servers breathe around me. Every heartbeat is a countdown I set myself. Red. The color of every plan encountering the world. Panic is a luxury. I traded it for something colder a long time ago. I shouldn't have looked at the camera, but he was going to find me eventually. Might as well say hello. At home, I am a different person. Or maybe this is the only real one. New name. New building. Same reason I wake up every morning. New name. New building.
Gotcha.
Same reason I wake up every morning. Every person in this room is a lock I need to understand before I can open any door.
Successful integration by the fiscal year end.
The signature. How often are these panels checked for interference?
He is here. 3 floors above me. Hunting me. And I just smiled at my new colleague over coffee.
This digital signature, consistently appearing across the compromised networks, confirms a coordinated attack.
He is here. 3 floors above me. Hunting me. And I just smiled at my new colleague over coffee.
Welcome to the Q3 IT Security Strategy Introduction. I'm excited to dive into the challenges ahead with such a talented team.
45 seconds and no one comes. This is the job. Breathe. Work. Go home. He stopped outside. I know his footsteps now. That was not information I planned to collect.
Mr. Kwon?
His hand. My hand.
Seo Ye-jin.
The professional correct length of a handshake. I counted every second of it. This is why. This face. This hand reaching through the door. Everything else is just method.
Thank you for coming.
The numbers don't change.
I told you I'd always be
I
here.
do the math again
You just focus
anyway.
on getting better. The audit
calms
revealed
me,
a critical
the math.
exposure here. My team has outlined the mitigation steps in section 3 of your packets.
Here you are.
Thank you.
3 seconds. That's how close. The margin is getting thinner and I'm not sure it's only about the mission. The mirror doesn't care about my reasons. It just shows me. Be less. Be smaller. Stop being seen by him.
The vulnerability assessment highlights.
What about the server access protocols for the external vendors?
They're secured with multi-factor authentication and biometric keys.
Oh, stop. That's hilarious. I can't believe you did that.
I pressed my hand to my chest in an empty elevator like a person in a story about someone falling. I am not falling.
The security
I am
meeting agenda
not.
is quite comprehensive. The deep dive on
I
vulnerabilities
pressed my
is this
hand to my
afternoon.
chest
The
in an
discussion
empty
on recent
elevator like a
DDoS
person in a
countermeasures
story
should be
about
highly
someone
relevant.
falling.
I found it.
I
The
am
scope
not
has
falling.
changed. This is systemic.
I am not.
I need more time.
20 floors. His voice asking
come on.
about
You really
server
think he said that to the
architecture.
director? I can't believe
I
it.
should have stared at the floor numbers. I didn't. I enjoyed that conversation. I enjoyed it. That is the most dangerous thing I have done in this building. Good work. 2 words. And I felt them in some ridiculous place
I
behind
stayed
my
late to
sternum.
finish the audit.
Absolutely
I
not.
need to retrieve a specific file.
He is not looking for a file. He is building a case. Every question
How
is
long
a
have you
wall
been in
going up.
cybersecurity?
Since
I
graduating
hand him
university,
the bricks
I
and
started
they are
at
all
Secu
correct.
Global,
And your specialty?
People
digital
end up where
forensics
they
and
need to
incident
be.
response.
I
Good
said
night.
a true
I'll
thing
see you
to
tomorrow.
him. I didn't mean to. He is not looking for a file. He is building a case. Every question is a wall going up. I hand him the bricks and they are all correct.
We have a breach in the kernel.
People end
The
up where
vulnerability
they
is
need
active
to
on the
be.
3rd subnet.
I said a true thing to
Rerouting
him.
traffic through the secondary
I
firewall
didn't
now.
mean to.
Good work.
You too? You too.
Deeper background check.
Run her
Good.
background again.
All of
Every
it.
layer
Every layer.
I made to hold. They will hold. But I know who asked for
This
them.
is Ye-jin.
My schedule for the week is clear. I'll forward the details via email.
The deeper
I
background
asked
check
him
came
why
back
he
clean.
does it.
The access pattern is too
He
circumstantial.
answered honestly.
You're making a coincidence into a
And for
fixation.
30 seconds, neither
Focus
of us was
elsewhere.
lying about anything. I replayed that conversation because I wanted to.
Did you finalize
Not
the
because I
security
needed
review for the
to.
Busan branch?
I understand
everything
my
is
own
secure.
danger now.
The reports are on your desk.
The numbers on the screen. Sora's face. This is why I am not allowed to feel anything about anyone in that building. A coffee appeared on my desk. My order. He knows my order. I caught the smile before it fully arrived. Almost. The file on the screen has a name in it that changes everything. His institution. His people. And now I have to decide what to do about the fact that I trust him. I know his walk. That
Why are you doing
information
this? Who are you
came in
protecting?
without
The girl in
asking.
the hospital.
The handle is
Financial
turning.
manipulation destroyed my family.
This is the moment
trying to
everything
fix it.
changes or ends. I showed him one file. One true thing. He read it and I watched his world reorganize in his face and I felt responsible for it in a way that had nothing to do with the mission. I told him about Sora. In a server room at midnight to the man who has been hunting me. I told him the real reason. He
What
didn't
she
look
found in
away
this building
once.
is bigger than her, bigger than him, and it will hurt people who need protecting if either of them acts wrong in the next few minutes.
It's hidden in the tertiary drive, but the access logs are corrupted here.
I can bypass the
I put the
authentication.
device
But
in
it won't
his
hold
hand.
for long.
We have maybe 90
Everything I have
seconds.
been carrying
The girl in the
alone.
hospital, what, your sister?
Into his hands. I
Does
am
it
not
matter?
sure when I started
It
to
matters
believe
to
he
me.
would hold it correctly. I sat with Sora and did
Are
not
you
do
okay?
math.
Yes.
That has not happened in 6 months. Something has changed in me tonight, and I don't know if it is relief or something I don't have a word for yet. His
We
voice
have
in my
confirmation on
ear,
the target's
guiding me
location,
through the
Sector
dark
4.
building.
Mobilize the external
I am
unit.
not
Cut off
alone in
all
this
escape
for the
routes
first
and secure
time.
the digital ledger before it's
How
wiped.
did I forget
Done.
that this was an option? Done. One word into the earpiece. And I heard him
New
exhale.
vector, corridor 4. Move
I have
fast.
been
Stay low.
memorizing his sounds without permission for weeks.
Copy. Moving to the alternate route. There will be a
Done.
formal process.
I
One
know.
word into the
That means you-
earpiece.
That means you
And
can't.
I
know what it
heard him
means.
exhale.
That doesn't change
I
anything
have
for
been
me.
memorizing his sounds
I knew
without
who you were in
permission
the
for
lobby.
weeks.
First day. I knew who you were, and I couldn't make myself be careful enough around you. My methods were unconventional, I admit, but necessary to expose the depth of the corruption within the mission. The evidence in those binders confirms everything.
I
This is
told
an
him I knew
extremely
who he was
complicated
from the first
situation.
day. I told him I couldn't be careful enough
I've
around
worked with worse
him.
data.
It was the truest
Subject
thing I
secured at the
said in
exit.
that entire building.
Alpha team, proceed with extraction. Forensics, begin processing the scene on the 5th floor immediately.
I
I'll
told him
cooperate
I
fully.
knew who he was from the
The girl
first
in the
day.
hospital.
Her
I
name is
told him
Sora.
I couldn't be careful
I'll remember.
enough around him. It was the truest
I take
thing
full
I said in that
responsibility for the
entire
decision
building.
not to detain the source immediately. It was necessary to expose the corruption within the division, and I stand by that choice.
I sit in this
Not like
chair and I
evidence.
don't do math.
Like the way you moved,
I don't
the way you
plan
looked
anything.
at things. I wanted
I
to know
just
who you were
sit.
before I knew anything else.
I had forgotten what that
Let's
felt
move.
like.
Seal off the street
He
entrance.
remembered the name.
I want every inch of this alley
He
documented.
came to the hospital.
Get those lights set up now.
He came here because he wanted to know I was okay. My chest did something embarrassing about this.
How is she?
Better. Slowly, but better. You didn't have to come.
I know.
Oh,
Then why?
because I wanted to. It's not exactly the cafe we talked about.
No, but the company makes up for the coffee.
We are the most complicated situation I have
Agreed.
been in, ever been. Agreed.
There will be the outcome of the formal process, and then there will be this.
10 steps away from him, and I let the smile happen. The full one. The one I have been catching and holding back
So
for
when
weeks.
you're not saving lives, what does a typical
I
day look
let
like?
it.
Oh, you know, paperwork and...
Trying to keep the doctors from accidentally setting anything on fire.
When the process resolves.
When it's just a regular day with no mission and no operation.
Coffee. Actual coffee, not vending machine.
2 coffees. His order and mine. The door opening behind me. Eyes closed. The smile that finally gets to stay.